Okay, so let's get into it. You're maybe starting out, right? Making music, probably messing around in Ableton,
Yeah,
and you've got that basic drum loop, the kick on every beat, maybe some hat.
that four on the floor thing.
Exactly. And it
Yeah.
feels okay, it's a start, but you kind of feel it's missing something, right? That real punch.
That's the feeling, definitely. And often that missing thing, it's the low end, the bass line. It's really like the heartbeat in so much electronic music.
Totally, the heartbeat. So, let's imagine. You're set up, headphones on, Ableton's open, could be a rainy Friday night, who
The
knows?
classic producer setup.
Right. You've got the drums sorted. So our mission for this deep dive, pulling from some guides we've looked at, it's about adding that bass groove, building it right there in Ableton, moving past just the beats.
And the place to begin, really, according to these sources, is just getting some notes down. So you'd make a new MIDI track, open up a clip, you see the piano roll, blank slate.
Yeah, the piano roll. And one thing that came up was keeping it super simple at first, like just grab the draw tool B as the shortcut, right?
Yep.
And just pencil in a few notes. The main thing first is getting them to kind of line up rhythmically with your kick drum.
That's key. Just loop that simple phrase. You'll start to hear a sort of conversation happening between the kick and the bass.
A conversation, yeah. That's where the groove starts to form.
Exactly. It's not about, complex melodies yet. It's about locking it in. Think about old house tracks. Sometimes it's just one note hitting with the kick, but it's got so much power.
That feeling when it starts to actually groove and not just like play notes back,
Yeah.
that's what we're after. Okay, so you've got notes, but maybe they sound a bit vanilla.
A bit plain, yeah.
Yeah.
That's where sound design comes in.
Here.
And for beginners in Ableton, simpler is just fantastic.
Simpler is great. You just drop it onto that MIDI track.
Drop it on. It lets you load any audio sample. It could be a synth bass sound, a deep sub bass, anything really, and play it like an instrument.
And this is where it gets really fun. Say you load up, I don't know, a gritty old Moog sample.
Classic choice.
Right. And the guides really emphasized how even small tweaks in Simpler make a huge difference. Things like the filters.
Yeah, shaping the tone, cutting frequencies, boosting others.
Or the envelopes. Attack, decay, sustain, release. Controlling how the sound kind of blooms and fades.
Absolutely. Pulling down that filter cutoff knob, for example,
Yeah.
instantly makes it darker, warmer, subbier.
Transforms it. Okay, so sound is crucial. But the timing, that's got to be right too for the groove. Which brings us to quantization.
Ah, yes, quantization, making things tidy.
So you can hit Command or Control plus U.
Right, and it snaps your MIDI notes right onto the grid lines. Clean, precise.
Gets everything locked in tight.
It does. It gives you a solid foundation. But interestingly, a few sources pointed out that for a real groove, something with bounce or swing, you often need to nudge things off the grid a tiny bit.
So not perfectly robotic.
Exactly. After you get the basic rhythm down with quantization, maybe push a note slightly ahead of the beat or pull one back. Just tiny amounts. It adds that, human imperfection. It's finding that sweet spot.
Between perfect timing and feel.
Feel, yeah. Precision versus feel.
Right. And there was this great point in one guide. They talked about this moment where you've got the loop going kick, hats, it's all working. Then you mute the drums, just listen to the bass line. And if it still feels good, still carries its own rhythm.
That's the test. The baseline standing alone test. If it passes that, you've got something solid.
Yeah. It means the groove clip isn't just leaning on the drums. It's got its own life, its own momentum.
That's when your track's foundation really starts to feel alive. It's breathing.
That feeling is exactly what we're aiming for here. So just to recap our little journey today, we started putting down those basic MIDI notes.
Getting that rhythmic lock with the kick.
Yep. Then shaping the actual sound using Simpler, messing with filters, envelopes.
Sculpting it.
And finally, nailing the timing with quantization, but also maybe those little expressive off-grid nudges.
The core idea really is that building this groove centered on the bass is where your track starts to get its own personality, its own breath.
It's getting to that point, like we said, where the bass line just feels right, even on its own.
That's the goal.
So for you listening, the challenge is to take these ideas, get that bass line going under your drums, and just tweak it. Play with it until it makes you move.
Yeah.
Which kind of leads to a final thought. What is it specifically that makes a groove feel like it's truly yours? Is it that exact rhythmic feel you find? The unique sound you sculpt in? Simpler? Or is it simpler to just make you nod your head? What's your test?